something a little bit different today. I don't know. So I'm going through hives the other day, pulled supers, starting to treat for mites, and get all the way down to Hive 9 down here at the other end of the line. And oh, things do not look good. Everything's kind of wet on the inside. And then I see a larva, and I'm guessing, I pulled the frame out, it looks like it was a hive beetle larva. And then I realized that when I came out about a month ago, or maybe even a little bit longer than that, I'll have to check the records, to put beetle traps in, that I got down to that hive, I was pretty much out of smoke, didn't really want to come back and refire the smoker up for the one hive. Opened it up, put beetle blasters in, and they went kind of ballistic. I went, I'll come back tomorrow and do it. Well, guess what? Tomorrow never came. I don't know if that's the issue. Anyway, we're gonna go into that hive. We're gonna find out what's going on. One of two things is gonna happen. I'm either going to be condensing them down, getting them ready to combine with another hive if they're still viable on the inside. I got a feeling not. I have a feeling I'm gonna be taking the tubs and pulling it out of here and freezing these frames so that I've got use of them. But anyway, so come along for the journey. We're going to see what's going on. I've got a funny feeling too that it might be possible that I used a little bit of P.P.B on these guys. Maybe too much P.P.B. Oh, P.P.B. Oh, that stands for Poor Beekeeping. What I've learned over the years is my use of P.P.B sometimes is excessive. So let's go see if I use too much. So what's interesting about this hive is, if you notice, there's a lot of activity at the front end of it. So I don't know if they're robbing, you know, I mean, it's really no different than the other two hives. So it'll be interesting to see what I end up with down here, but let's hop in and see what's going on. I could probably use a hive tool. Try to avoid smoke if I can, which could be famous last words. Well, interestingly enough, for the fun of it, I put Apivar on this hive. They've taken about half of it out. So what the heck is going on here? Let's take the Apivar off. Let's start here and start our work our way in and see what's going on here. I may be looking at robbing, not robbing, but I don't know. Let's see. Way to set them off, Dave. There we go. Okay, well, that don't look so bad. See, I'm slimy. That's not good. They're just not controlling the humidity level. I was hoping to get that hive beetle to go. Okay, something's just not right with this. Let's keep going here. I want to get this box light. What is the moisture? I've not seen anything like this before. Okay, they're not slimed, but everything's just soaking wet. I'm hedging a bet. So, shoot. I see what the problem is. Yeah. Okay, so either very weak hive or dead hive. And I've got wax moths starting in here. So that's what's sliming it out. And you can see that's the trailings of a wax moth. Crap. Well, so it goes, huh? Yeah, there's not enough to save this hive. My fault. I'm gonna need to get all the bees off. This hive's going home and in the freezer before I lose all of my resources on it. Okay, handy brush. We're gonna start brushing and putting stuff away. Sounds loud. I guess it's just the echo chamber that you're hearing. So let's start getting these guys off of here. What's left? Yeah, at least I can still save these frames. They'll make great resources. Yeah, these will be fine, but they're going to end up being parts of splits and all sorts of good stuff, swarm resources. So it's always not the worst. It is a bad thing to lose a hive. This one's been a problem child since day one, though. Okay, you out. Come on. Where are you guys coming from? Yeah, you see that larva right there? That's not good. Interesting that the apigard's gone though. So, I don't know. And it wasn't that hot. Could have gotten just because it was just hot enough. Probably should have brought another tub. And now we're getting to the point where it's just a sloppy mess. Okay, well, I haven't lost these. That's a good thing. So the resources will still work. I just have to freeze them out. And I've got some chemical that I can put on that will take care of most of it. Look at the hive beetle shit. So see what I'm talking about? There's a hive beetle larva. So this is how not to manage your hives. This is my fault, and I just basically memory dumped that I was supposed to take care of these little pain in the necks. And we're gonna take care of that larva too. Now there's 2 larvae, not 1. Okay, let's keep making room here. So just wet. That just means that I think, and I'm going to have to investigate a little bit more because I've not seen this, but that quite possibly that's because they don't have enough bees to control the humidity in the hive. I think once I get down a little bit further in here, I'm going to get a better idea. Wax moth moving in. Got them before they did, though. That's a darn good thing. Because once the wax moth get in, you're done. I mean, you're just scraping and tossing. But when I've got it at this point, yeah, I'm overrun by hive beetles. So obviously that's the issue. My fault. You know, the hive was fairly weak when I was doing all this. Yeah, it's just overrun with hive beetles. Okay. And yeah, this is what you don't want your hive to look like. Believe it or not, I actually want to take the hive beetles home with me because I'll freeze them. And they all fall out into the bottom of the freezer, which makes less hive beetles to eventually try to end up in other hives out here. Actually, that's a larva. Yeah, the further I get into this, the bigger the mess. Can only imagine what we're going to see in the bottom box. Everybody off, everybody off. Okay, one more here. We're done with box 1. Oh, what a mess, David. What a mess, David. Okay, everybody off. I don't want to squeeze you because I don't want to get stung. Yeah, very not looking good. Now is when it gets curious. And I'm going to put this box here and see if they crawl in. I can't believe there's bee pheromone. I don't see anybody fanning, but let's see what they do. Okay, interestingly enough, they are kind of marching, or maybe not. Okay, I'm going to dive in here and see what's going on. Let's start here. There's some old bees in here too. So who knows what we end up with. It is a gooey mess in here though. And I am going to wish I had another box, because I can't get these guys home with us. I'm gonna have to go back home and get a box. Let's take a peek if I can. There are definitely more bees down here. Huh. This is not as bad. Find anything going on in here? There's absolutely no brood. It is just nothing but honey and empty frames. Okay. Well, stupidly, I didn't bring enough boxes. So we're going to put a cover on this puppy. We're going to run home and get another box. So let's cover this up. Go get a tub. I guess we'll be back. Okay, so I'm back. Did you miss me? So yeah, I'm going through this hive and it's dead. And I'm not even sure. I think they've absconded. There may be some hanger-on bees. These bees, I have a feeling, are just robbing bees because there's not really a big march to come in. There's no brood left in this hive. So it got away from me a long time before the hive beetles moved in. You can see that it's broodless. But the only benefit is that it's not completely slimed out with hive beetle larvae. So I'm going to be able to save this hive. Okay, well, that solves the problem. It solves the issue. It doesn't solve the problem. Again, I put a big old dose of P.P.B on it, and this is what you get from that. So there's the word of warning. If you think a hive is not doing well, you need to be getting into it right away and not procrastinating, because you procrastinate a day becomes a week, and then before you know it, this is what happens. Had I put hive beetle defenses in this, or maybe gone in and gone, oh, we got an issue, we got a poor laying queen, or I don't have a queen at all, but I see no signs of a laying worker. So anyway, that's what happens. So lesson learned. That's part of being beekeeper. If you don't kind of get reminders or learn every day, you're just not learning to be a beekeeper the way that you want to. So anyway, we're going to just take this thing apart and get back to the house. So there you have it. Thanks for going through my woes with me.